Today is the last day of 2025, and what better way to spend it than by exploring one of Thailand's most beautiful coastal areas. I am currently staying in Ao Nang, a lively beach resort town in the southern province of Krabi. Ao Nang is a fantastic base for travelers because it has many hotels, restaurants, and tour operators. From here, you can easily visit the stunning islands and beaches that make this part of Thailand so famous. While many people rush to visit places like Phi Phi Islands, there is a hidden gem much closer that offers incredible beauty without the long boat journey. This place is the Railay Peninsula, and it is my destination for today. Railay is not an island, but it certainly feels like one. It is a small peninsula attached to the mainland, but it is completely cut off by a series of enormous limestone mountains. These towering cliffs are magnificent to look at, but they also mean that you cannot get to Railay by road. There are no cars, no buses, and no motorbikes here. The only way to arrive is by boat, which adds to the sense of adventure and makes it feel like you are traveling to a secret, untouched world. This unique geography is what gives Railay its special, peaceful atmosphere, a world away from the busy streets of Ao Nang. My plan for the day is to take a local longtail boat from Ao Nang Beach and spend the day exploring everything Railay has to offer. I want to see its famous beaches, hike to its viewpoints, and discover the unique culture of this isolated paradise. I have heard so much about the spectacular scenery, the world-class rock climbing, and the relaxed vibe that makes people fall in love with this place. I am excited to experience it for myself and share my journey with you, providing a simple guide for anyone thinking of making the same trip. So, let's get started on this exciting day trip. Before leaving, it is always a good idea to pack a small bag with essentials. For a day at Railay, you will definitely need sunscreen, a hat, and sunglasses, as the Thai sun is very strong, especially when you're out on the water. I also recommend bringing a bottle of water to stay hydrated, although you can buy more drinks on the peninsula. Comfortable shoes are a must if you plan to do any walking or hiking, and of course, do not forget your swimming costume and a towel. A camera is essential to capture the breathtaking views you are about to see. With my bag packed, I am ready to head to the beach and find my boat. Getting to Railay is part of the adventure, and it all starts at the Ao Nang Longtail Boat Service Club. You will find their ticket booth located right on the main beach road in Ao Nang, close to where the boats are moored. It is very easy to find. Just look for the signs and the queue of other travelers. Buying a ticket here is straightforward and organized. This official system helps to ensure that prices are fair and fixed, so you do not need to worry about haggling with individual boat drivers. This makes the process much less stressful than in some other tourist areas in Thailand. The ticket price for a one-way journey to Railay is 150 baht per person. It is important to know that you are buying a single ticket, so you will need to buy another one for your return journey later in the day. The boats operate on a simple but effective system. They wait until they have 8 passengers before they depart. In the high season, this happens very quickly, and you will likely be on your way in just a few minutes. If you are in a hurry or with a group, you also have the option to charter a private boat for a higher price, which is about 1,200 baht. Once you have your ticket, a staff member will guide you towards the shore where the longtail boats are waiting. These iconic wooden boats are a symbol of southern Thailand, with their long propeller shafts stretching out behind them. You might have to wade into the shallow water to climb aboard, so wearing shorts or trousers that you can roll up is a good idea. The boat captains are very skilled and will help you get on safely. As the boat fills up with other eager travelers, there is a sense of shared excitement for the journey ahead, a short but scenic trip across the Andaman Sea. The boat ride itself takes only about 15 minutes, but it is incredibly beautiful. As you pull away from Ao Nang, you get a wonderful view of the coastline. Soon, the gigantic limestone casts that surround Railay come into view, rising dramatically from the turquoise water. These cliffs are covered in green jungle, and their sheer scale is truly breathtaking. The sound of the boat's engine, the sea spray, and the stunning scenery make this short trip an unforgettable experience. It is the perfect introduction to the natural wonder of Krabi province and sets the scene for the amazing day that awaits on the Railay Peninsula. The longtail boat will drop you off directly onto the sands of Railay West, which is arguably one of the most beautiful beaches in all of Thailand. The first thing you will notice is the incredibly soft white sand beneath your feet and the crystal clear, calm water. But what truly makes Railay West spectacular are the colossal limestone cliffs that frame the beach at both ends. These majestic formations are what give Railay its unique character and make it a photographer's dream. Arriving in the morning is a fantastic idea because the beach is relatively quiet and the light is perfect for taking photos of the stunning landscape. As you step off the boat, you feel a sense of peace that is hard to find in more developed resorts. The beach is long and wide, providing plenty of space for everyone. In the morning, the tide is often high, which means the water comes right up the beach, creating a beautiful scene for an early swim. The water is warm and inviting, and swimming with the view of the giant cliffs all around you is a truly magical experience. There are no noisy jet skis or parasailing boats here. The atmosphere is calm and respectful of the natural environment, allowing you to fully appreciate the beauty of your surroundings. Walking along Railay West, you will find a few high-end resorts and hotels discreetly tucked away behind the palm trees that line the shore. These establishments have restaurants and bars that are open to non-guests, but they tend to be more expensive. For now, the main attraction is the beach itself. The morning is the best time to simply walk from one end to the other, taking in the sheer size of the cliffs and watching as more long-tail boats arrive, bringing more visitors to this paradise. It is a time for quiet appreciation before the beach gets busier later in the day. The cliffs are not just for looking at. They are a major part of Raylay's identity as a world-renowned rock climbing destination. Even if you are not a climber, it is fascinating to watch people scaling the rock faces. From Railay West, you can already see some of the climbing routes. This activity adds to the adventurous spirit of the peninsula. The morning sun illuminates the cliffs beautifully, highlighting the different textures and colors of the rock. This combination of a perfect beach and dramatic mountains is what makes Railay West an unforgettable first impression, and a place you will want to return to again and again. From the northern end of Railay West, there are two ways to get to the neighboring Tonsai Beach. During low tide, you can walk along the rocks at the base of the cliff, a scenic but slightly challenging route. The more common way is to take the inland path through the jungle. This walk takes about 15 to 20 minutes and is a small adventure in itself. The path can be a bit steep and uneven in places, so wearing good shoes is advisable. As you walk, you are surrounded by the sounds of the jungle, and you might even spot some interesting wildlife, like monkeys or exotic birds. Tonsai Beach has a completely different feel to Railay West. It is known as the heart of the climbing community in Krabi and has a much more rustic, bohemian, and laid-back atmosphere. The first thing you will notice are the countless climbing routes that crisscross the face of the enormous cliff that dominates the beach. You will see climbers of all skill levels, from beginners taking their first lesson to experienced experts tackling incredibly difficult ascents. Several climbing schools have small shops set up near the beach where you can rent equipment or book a course for the day. This is the perfect place to try rock climbing for the first time. The beach itself is beautiful, though perhaps a bit rockier than Railay West, especially at low tide. The vibe here is incredibly relaxed. Small, simple cafes and reggae bars are built from bamboo and wood, nestled under the shade of the trees. These places are perfect for grabbing a cheap and delicious Thai lunch or a refreshing fruit shake while watching the climbers on the cliff face. The prices for food and drink on Tonsai are noticeably lower than on the more developed Railay beaches, making it a popular spot for backpackers and those traveling on a budget. It feels like a small, self-contained community. Accommodation on Tonsai consists mainly of simple bungalows and basic guest houses. It is not a place for luxury travelers, but it offers an authentic and affordable experience for those who want to immerse themselves in the climbing culture. Even if you are not a climber, Tonsai is worth visiting for its chilled-out atmosphere and to see a different side of the Railay Peninsula. It feels a world away from the polished resorts of Railay West, offering a glimpse into a more free-spirited and adventurous way of life. Spending an hour or two here is a great addition to your day trip. After exploring the rugged charm of Tonsai, the journey continues back to Railay West and then onwards to the other side of the peninsula. To get from Railay West to Railay East, you follow a paved pathway known as the Walking Street. This path cuts right through the middle of the peninsula, and is the main thoroughfare connecting the two sides. The walk only takes about 10 minutes and is completely flat, making it an easy stroll for everyone. This central area is the commercial heart of Railay, where you will find a variety of small shops, mini-marts, tour agencies, and more affordable restaurants. As you walk along this path, you will notice a distinct change in the atmosphere. It is busier and more developed than the beachfront areas, but still retains a relaxed, car-free charm. This is a good place to stop for a meal if you are looking for more options than those on Tonsai or Railay West. The restaurants here offer a wide range of Thai and international food at reasonable prices. You can also book other activities like island hopping tours or kayaking trips from the small travel agents located along the path. It is the functional hub that keeps the peninsula running. One interesting site along this path is Diamond Cave, also known as Tam Phra Nang Nai. For a small entrance fee of around 100 baht, you can explore this fascinating cave system. Unlike the more challenging hikes to the viewpoints, this cave has a well-maintained wooden walkway and lighting inside, making it very accessible. It is a great little side trip that offers a cool escape from the midday sun. Inside, you can see impressive stalactites and stalagmites that have formed over thousands of years. It's an easy and rewarding attraction to add to your itinerary. Continuing on, the path eventually opens up to reveal Railay East. This side of the peninsula is very different from the west, as it is not a swimming beach. Instead, the shoreline is dominated by a thick mangrove forest and a muddy flat at low tide. The main feature of Railay East is the large pier, where supply boats and ferries from Krabi town arrive. This side of the peninsula is more of a functional port, but it is also the starting point for some of Raylay's most exciting adventures, including the challenging hike to the viewpoint and the hidden lagoon. From the southern end of the walking street, another path branches off, leading you to what many consider the most beautiful beach on the peninsula, Phra Nang Beach. This 15-minute walk takes you along the base of a towering cliff, offering spectacular views every step of the way. The path is mostly flat and easy to navigate, and as you get closer, you start to hear the gentle sound of waves and see glimpses of the bright turquoise water through the trees. The sense of anticipation builds as you approach this legendary beach, which consistently ranks among the best in the world. Phra Nang Beach is a stunning sight. It features the same fine white sand and clear waters as Railay West, but it feels even more dramatic. A giant limestone cast rises out of the sea just off the shore, creating an iconic and unforgettable landscape. The beach is sheltered and perfect for swimming, with calm, warm waters. You can rent kayaks here to explore the coastline from the water, or simply find a spot on the sand to relax and soak up the sun. Long-tail boats converted into floating kitchens often moor near the shore, selling delicious hot food, snacks, and cold drinks. At the southern end of the beach, nestled in a recess at the base of the cliff, is the famous Phra Nang Cave, also known as the Princess Cave. This is one of the most unique and culturally significant sites on the peninsula. The cave is a shrine dedicated to an ancient princess goddess, and it is filled with hundreds of wooden phallic symbols, or lingams. Local fishermen and boatmen leave these offerings here to pray for fertility and for safety and success when they go out to sea. It is a fascinating and slightly surreal sight, offering a glimpse into local animist beliefs. When visiting the Princess Cave, it is important to be respectful. This is an active place of worship for the local community, not just a tourist attraction. You are welcome to look and take photographs, but you should do so quietly and without touching the offerings. The cave provides a powerful reminder that this beautiful peninsula is not just a holiday destination. It is a place with a rich history and deep spiritual roots. The combination of incredible natural beauty and unique cultural heritage is what makes a visit to Phra Nang Beach such a memorable part of any trip to Railay. Returning to Railay East, you will find it is the gateway to some of the most adventurous activities on the peninsula. While this side is not for swimming, its raw, natural beauty is compelling. The shoreline is a fascinating ecosystem of mangrove trees, whose tangled roots create a vital habitat for many marine creatures. At low tide, the sea retreats to reveal a vast muddy flat, where you can see small crabs and other animals scurrying about. The main pier is always busy with boats coming and going, making it an interesting place to watch the daily life of the peninsula unfold. The main reason adventurous travelers come to Railay East is for the hike to the viewpoint and the hidden lagoon. The trailhead is located along the path between Railay East and Phra Nang Beach. You cannot miss it. Just look for the signs and the clay-covered ropes hanging down a steep cliff face. This is not a casual walk. It is a challenging and often muddy climb. You will need to use the ropes to pull yourself up the near vertical sections. It is essential to wear proper shoes with good grip, and you should not attempt this hike if it has been raining heavily, as the path becomes dangerously slippery. The climb to the viewpoint takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and it is a strenuous workout. However, the reward at the top is absolutely worth the effort. You are greeted with one of the most iconic views in Thailand, a breathtaking panoramic vista looking down over the entire peninsula. You can see the perfect curves of Railay West and Tonsai beaches, with their white sands and turquoise waters, framed by the lush green jungle and limestone mountains. It is a truly spectacular sight and the perfect photo opportunity. Remember to bring water, as you will be very thirsty after the climb. For the even more adventurous, the path continues from the viewpoint down to the hidden lagoon, or Phra Nang. This part of the trail is even more difficult and involves more steep, slippery descents using ropes. The lagoon is an emerald green pool of seawater enclosed by cliffs, and it can only be accessed during certain tides. You should only attempt this if you are physically fit and confident in your climbing abilities. Whether you go all the way to the lagoon or just to the viewpoint, the hike from Railay East offers an unforgettable adventure and the best views on the peninsula. As the afternoon progresses, Railay West transforms once again. This is when the tide often goes out, revealing a huge expanse of wet sand and exposing the rocky seabed near the cliffs. This changing tide creates new opportunities for exploration. It is the perfect time to go for a long walk far out on the sand flats, exploring the rock pools and seeing the beach from a completely new perspective. The water remains shallow for a long way out, making it safe for children to play. The low tide also makes it possible to walk around the headland to Tonsai Beach, if you feel like another adventure. This is also a fantastic time to rent a kayak and explore the coastline from the water. You can rent single or double kayaks by the hour from vendors on Railay West. Paddling out into the bay gives you a stunning view of the beaches and the magnificent cliffs that surround them. You can paddle over to Phra Nang Beach or explore the small coves and sea caves that are hidden along the base of the cliffs. It is a peaceful and rewarding way to spend an hour or two, and it allows you to access places that you cannot reach on foot. The water is usually very calm, making it suitable for beginners. If you are looking for a more relaxed afternoon activity, this is a good time to find a spot at one of the beachfront cafes or bars on Railay West. You can sit back with a cold drink or a fresh coconut and simply watch the world go by. The atmosphere is lively but still relaxed, with people enjoying the last few hours of sunshine on the beach. The long-tail boats continue to come and go, and the sound of their engines becomes a familiar part of the Railay soundtrack. It is the perfect way to unwind after a day of walking, hiking, and swimming. Compared to other Thai resorts like Phuket or Koh Samui, Railay maintains a much more laid-back and nature-focused atmosphere. While it is not as cheap as some backpacker destinations, prices for food and activities are generally reasonable, especially if you eat at the smaller restaurants on the walking street or on Railay East. You are paying a small premium for the unique location and the cost of transporting everything by boat. However, the absence of traffic and the overwhelming natural beauty make it feel like a worthwhile trade-off, offering a more peaceful and authentic Thai beach experience. As the sun begins to lower in the sky, it is time to think about heading back to Ao Nang. The return journey is just as simple as the arrival. You need to head back to Railay West, which is the main departure point for boats to Ao Nang. There is no central ticket office on this side. Instead, you simply find one of the boat captains, who are usually gathered under the trees near the center of the beach. Tell them you want to go to Ao Nang, and they will direct you to the next boat that is getting ready to leave. The system for the return trip is the same. The boat will wait until it has 8 passengers before departing. The fare is also the same, at 150 baht per person, which you pay directly to the boat captain. During the late afternoon, there are always plenty of people heading back, so you will rarely have to wait long. The last official boats typically run until about 6 o'clock in the evening. After this time, you may have to pay a much higher price to charter a private boat, so it is a good idea to plan your departure before sunset to avoid any issues. The boat ride back in the late afternoon light is just as beautiful as the journey in the morning. The sun casts a warm golden glow over the cliffs and the sea, creating a magical atmosphere. It is a wonderful time to reflect on the day's adventures, the stunning beaches, the challenging climbs, and the peaceful moments. As the boat pulls away from Railay, you get one last look at the paradise you have just explored, and you can watch as its iconic silhouette gets smaller in the distance. It is a perfect, peaceful end to an action-packed day. My day trip to the Railay Peninsula was everything I hoped it would be and more. It is a place of incredible natural beauty that offers something for everyone, from relaxing on pristine beaches to adventurous rock climbing and hiking. Its isolation from the mainland gives it a unique and special charm that is hard to find elsewhere. If you are staying in Krabi, I highly recommend setting aside at least one full day to explore this magnificent gem. It is a simple trip to organize, and the memories of Raylay's majestic cliffs and turquoise waters will stay with you long after you have left.